Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at how to add keywords and optimize pages for search in GoDaddy. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So just before we fully jump into keyword researching and optimization, going into detail with the pages, of course, we have our home page. Now this is the main landing page, and this is where we want to focus all of our core keywords to clearly communicate that this is a digital marketing business and what it offers. Then of course you have the about page, and that gives a bit of background on what the business is all about, the individual behind the business, and this is pretty much great for adding more context and supporting keywords, especially around your expertise, location, or even niche services as well. Now we do have a gallery page. It can be a little bit difficult in terms of like adding keywords into this page, but we could still optimize it with keyword rich image alt text and headings, and that'll help with SEO and accessibility. Then we have the contact page. That's a little bit more functional, but we could still enhance it with local SEO in terms of something like get in touch with our digital marketing team in Belfast, and that just gives it a bit more relevance to local searches. Like you can also add a 200 worded paragraph on the contact page just to explain the company in a little bit more detail as well. So anything will help that contact page. And lastly, we have that privacy policy page. Now this one doesn't need any SEO work as it's pretty much a legal requirement, but it's important to include for compliance and trust signals. So what we'll do now is we'll jump into an SEO tool and we'll research some keywords to add to our website. So now that we have a better understanding on the structure of the website, we've now moved on to an SEO tool here called Ubersuggest to do some keyword researching. As I've said before, feel free to use any other SEO tools. It's not just this that's available online. Our aim here is to find keywords that are relevant to what this business offers. So in this case, digital marketing. And what we want to see are the keywords that people are searching up for on Google. Now, this gives us real data that we can use to optimize our pages and improve visibility in search results. So I'm going to start by typing in a broad term like digital marketing into Ubersuggest. Now, the way you could do that is by clicking on the keyword ideas. There are several different keywords as well out there, like digital marketing services for small businesses, SEO agency in Belfast, how to improve Google ranking, social media marketing for startups. There's several different potential keywords that this can give. So I'll go into keyword ideas here, and I'm just going to search up for digital marketing. And I'm going to set the location to United Kingdom because of course this is where we want to target it, but you do have multiple different options there as well. And we'll hit search. So if we scroll down here, we can kind of see what exactly is going on in terms of the search engines and what people are searching up for. So the most searched up one there, of course, is digital marketing. It's got 40,500 for search volume, but unfortunately, it's the SEO difficulty that we want to watch out for. At the minute, it's at 81. We can still use it, but we can back this up with different keywords as well. So if we scroll down here, let's have a look at ones that are just below 35. So of course, the further that you scroll, the lower the search volume gets. So we'll try to even add another potential keyword here. We've got 3 to add in. So let's just do SEO agency. And I'll also put down Google ranking. Now, the great thing about Ubersuggest as well, or any other SEO tool out there, is that you can search by keywords, or you can also search by websites. So if there's any specific keywords that you want to target, you can use a competitor's website, put it into Ubersuggest, have a look at what they're ranking for, and try to see if that'll be a potential keyword that you can use for your website. So at the minute, you can see with all 3 of our keywords that we've put in, the SEO difficulty is very high, which is okay. But we'll scroll down here now and see if there's any ones that we can pull out of that'll actually be okay to use. So I'd say the likes of digital marketing examples, you can add that into a services page, or you could put that into the home page as well. It could be examples of what you've previously done with clients, or if you are just a startup, you can even showcase your expertise on your digital marketing examples. Digital marketing masters, bit of a hard one, but again, we can use the likes of AI tools in order to help us structure how to use that keyword within the website. So what I'll do here is I'll pick out a couple of different keywords that I feel like will work well, and then we'll jump onto ChatGPT or any other AI tool out there to help us create our first paragraph, let's just say, for the homepage. So I've picked out some potential keywords that we can use. I mainly went for long tail keywords. Now, yes, they are longer, but more specific phrases that typically have lower competition is good for the website. So, for instance, let's just say instead of targeting digital marketing, you'd consider digital marketing strategies for small businesses. So that could be one. So I've got a couple here, so I'll just paste it in. And what we'll say now is I have a digital marketing business called ProfileTree. So when you are using ChatGPT, or as I say, any other AI tool out there, you want to be specific with your first prompt. So you have a better chance of getting some sort of feedback or a really well-structured reply from chat itself. So I have a digital marketing business called ProfileTree. I need to create my first paragraph website for the homepage. I'll also state the fact that the services I have, as well as digital marketing, we do, let's just say, content marketing. So we do content marketing, and I'll also say that we do like video production as well. So that'll be a good one to add. So these are all solid keywords that we're putting into the website then. So digital marketing, content marketing, video production. I think that'll be okay for now. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and enter that in. So, okay, that's a decent paragraph that we've got here. So a ProfileTree specializes in delivering digital marketing strategies for startups. You have affordable SEO services for small businesses. Great. Content marketing tips for beginners, video production, improve local SEO rankings, SEO, of course, content marketing. And again, it's best to just double check and research these keywords that it's given us onto any SEO tool out there. Or for us, we'll be using Ubersuggest then, just before we add it to the website. So make sure you proofread everything that you see on ChatGPT. It can make mistakes. That's one thing about it. So now that we have our first paragraph, we'll add that into our homepage. So very simple to do. So we'll scroll down until we find like an area, or we can make our own section. So let's see. Could probably even add it. So this is our hero section. I'll just put it just below here. Go to general. Should find one here, like an intro. That's perfect. That's all we need. And we'll just click on this one. And just paste it in. So you could either click or edit on the page itself, or on the right side, you can change the description. So we'll just change it through here. So perfect. We now have our first paragraph and I would say it's optimized for search engines, especially with the keywords that we've just researched. So we'll scroll down, we'll have a look at what else do we need to do. So we have like our story, our values, our team, and it's important as well to add some control to action buttons, or just some buttons to link to another page. So for this case, our story would be to the about page. Our values would be the same thing. Our team, you could have a dedicated page just for the team. So there's a lot of potential there for the website. So just to explain how to add some buttons on this, it's fairly easy. So what we need to do is just click on one of these, and we should have an option to at least add a button. If not, we can add just a general button for the entire thing. You're usually limited for what you can do on GoDaddy, which is the problem. But you can still make a really nice website out of it. So what we'll do is we'll add a section in, and we'll just go to general. Let's see, we'll go to buttons. Okay, so that's the only one we have for buttons. Let's try introduction. I think what we could do here is, add this one. So this one looks okay. I know it's saying use as a header, but I'd recommend just to use any of the different templates because you can always customize them. And what we'll do is we'll remove the title, and we have our button for our story, values, and team. So that's perfect. So that means we could just link this specific button then to the about page. That's perfect. So that's it sorted, and then we'll click on done. Now we can change the background, of course. I'm happy enough to leave it as is. It's easy enough to change. Just click on the layout. And that's another important thing that you need to do as well, which is with the images that you have on the website, you want to make sure that you add alt text, and that'll be very important for the website. So if you click on the image at the bottom here, should give you an option just below to add an image description. In other words, that's called the meta description. You'll even see a little message here at the bottom which says, this message description will not display on your site unless the image fails to load. The reason why we use alt text as well, or the actual image description itself, is for accessibility. So that's another reason why we use it. And there's a chance as well for that image to appear on the search engine results page for images. So for example, Google Images or Bing Images. Okay, perfect. So I'm happy enough with how this is looking. I'll probably just change that to learn more. So we'll scroll down. Of course, we have our gallery section now. And we have each of these gallery images. Again, I'd recommend to add alt text for each one of these. It's not necessary to add a caption. That's something that you can actually see. So just the image description or alt text is the important one here. And we need to add real business information, which we've done here. I would, if you do have, of course, a business location, I would add that in. Phone number as well, email, and your opening hours. So that's good to have for the business. Perfect. So I would say our homepage is looking pretty good so far. Of course, you can spend a little bit more time on it and add in more keywords, more services, and overall just an optimized SEO page. So the next one that we need to look at here, so we just go to website, and we will check out the about page. So I would say that this, okay, so we have some content here on the about page. Again, we just want to fill that up as much as we can with relevant keywords and to research these keywords through SEO tools. So pretty happy with how the website is looking now. The last thing that we really need to do for a website is to check the meta title and the meta description, or in other words, the metadata. The way to do this is by clicking settings on the top right. You'll have this guy here, which is get found on Google. And for each of your pages, you can create a headline or a meta title or a description or a meta description. Now, for the headline, you roughly have about 60 characters to use. For the meta description, it actually gives you 160 characters to use for that one. Now, this is important, and I'll show you why. So just using our website as an example, of course, we have our meta title, so ProfileTree. We've got our different services, which is web design, digital marketing, SEO, and video production. Now, each of these meta descriptions have to be unique per page, or else it'll flag up as an error on the SEO tool. So once you've crawled the website, you'll have a potential that you're missing you've got some duplicate meta descriptions. You've got meta descriptions that don't exist, or as in there's no meta description there. And another thing is you want to make sure that you're adding your headings into each of your pages. So every single page has to have at least a H1. So without that H1, again, it'll flag up as an error or an issue on the SEO tools. There you have it, guys. That is pretty much how to optimize your website for SEO and how to use SEO tools and even AI tools to structure the pages. So if you guys have any questions at all, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.